So today we are getting started with week 8, and we are getting started with our next labor project, which is labor number 4. So we're going to scroll down here to week 8 and go ahead and click on the labor number 4 project handout, and I'm going to briefly describe what labor number 4 is. So remember, just like our previous assignment, we will be working on components of this project for the next 5 weeks, from weeks 8 to 13. And you will work on activities and tasks related to the project each week. And then at the end of week 13, you will submit the final revised polished essay. So, what is labor number 4? Labor number 4 builds off of the work that we did with labor number 3, and we are going to address the problem in your issue, the issue or problem in your community and how we can help. So for this essay, you will use the same topic that you wrote your iSearch about. The reason that we're doing this is because you have now done the research, you've done the initial investigation, and now you can really start to formulate your opinions and start writing about those opinions. So you may have to do a little bit of additional research, but for the most part, because you've completed labor number 3, your research is predominantly done. So it makes no sense to choose a different topic because you would be doubling the amount of work for yourself. So the way we've built our class, you step forward with labor number 3 and you do the research component to see what you actually think. And now labor number 4, we're actually writing about what we think. So we've got some general guidelines here. Eventually you'll be writing about a 1,500 word essay. You'll have at least 4 outside sources with at least 1 academic source, which is from the NPC library. And these you have experience with from your iSearch project. So you're going to write about the issue and think about how to promote solutions for this issue. So you can see here I've given you kind of a general breakdown of the structure. So this is a little bit of an outline that you can follow. And it includes different sections that tell you what should be in each of those sections and how to connect it to your topic. And so here we've got a tentative schedule. As I said, we'll be working on this for multiple weeks, and you'll have time to draft, to outline, to draft, to revise, and really make this piece of writing something that you're proud of. So what are we doing in particular this week? Week 8, we are getting started with the basics. We're going to obviously review the labor project number 4 handout. We'll review a sample research paper, and we'll take the first steps for moving from our iSearch to research. So one of the things that we're going to do is look at what an argumentative essay is, because ultimately that's what we're writing here, is an argumentative essay. So we've got what is an argumentative essay, we've got a couple of student examples, and then we have some materials about constructing thesis statements and arguments. So this is just the initial steps. It's highly possible that your thesis statement and your argument will change as you write, but we want to have an idea when we get started so that we have something sort of shaping our approach to our paper. So we will be doing some reflection this week in our weekly discussion forum, and then you have the iSearch to Research worksheet that will be due on Sunday by 11:59 p.m. There's also an additional labor this week, the working thesis assignment, that you can do if you would like to work towards an A in the class. So looking at week 8 here, we can see there's a lot of reading this week. It's none of it is too lengthy, but there's just several new concepts and ideas that we're getting introduced to this week, and so I wanted us to do some reading about that. The reflection is due on the discussion forum. I do have the option for you to email it to me if you would prefer not to post it publicly. And this reflection helps us to think about what we did and how we can improve for our next essay. So that will be due Wednesday by 11:59 p.m. And then we have the iSearch to Research worksheet, which looks like this. And we can see on the iSearch to Research worksheet, it just asks us to think a little bit about moving from our research process to the argumentative piece. So your general topic, what is something that interested you, and then something that you can defend in a research paper. So this is something that you will need to, it's basically a start of a thesis statement. You'll want to start thinking about what your argument is, what point of view you hold, and where you're coming from. Once you submit this essay, you will workshop your position with a peer and get approval from Ms. Neeson. So basically what's going to happen is you're going to submit this worksheet and I'm going to give you feedback saying if you can move ahead or not with your thesis statement and give you suggestions on how to revise. So I would also like you to consider what sources from the iSearch paper can you still use, and then other additional information that you may need. So other things that you may need to look for. So that is due Sunday by 11:59 p.m. And then, of course, you have the optional additional labor of the working thesis assignment, which just asks you to write a working thesis statement. And there are some further instructions there. And that is due Sunday by 11:59 p.m. as well. So that's what we're getting up to this week. If you have questions, let me know. Feel free to hop on to any of our student Zoom sessions, Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday. And if you need to arrange an appointment with me, you're welcome to do that as well. And I will be taking a look and giving feedback on your writing project or your labor number 3 projects. So be on the lookout from that and have a great week.